gotten so quick getting on the live streams. Let me point this here camera down a little bit. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to RobMotive Monday Live at 5. I need to get the live stream up on the laptop down here in front of me so that I can actually see comments. There it comes. What commercial do we get tonight? Looks like we get Wix. I don't know what Wix is, something about a website or something. I don't know. So if you're into building websites, well, there you go. All right, we're going to move on past that. There we are. I can see myself on the camera now. Anyway, welcome to RobMotive Live Monday at 5, or Live Monday at 5. Always forget which way I word that. Anyway, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all that good stuff to you folks. This is the last time I will see anybody out there before the big holiday, the big Christmas event coming up this coming Saturday. Now, we got a few things to talk about tonight. There's been a few things going on, a lot of exciting stuff out there in Toyota world. Tacomas, Tundras, Electrics, you name it. Toyota's going crazy. A few announcements before we get started. You know, I always have to do the announcements. I've got two other channels, RobMotive, FST, that is full-size trucks. That may be changing soon. That channel may be changing soon. A little hint for you guys out there. Only the people on the live stream. I'm just saying. But check it out. Subscribe to it. Then you won't miss out what happens. Also, RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator, you know, Jeep mods and stuff. Check that out. Subscribe to it if you haven't. I would appreciate it. We have some discount codes for you guys and gals. We have the Sprint Booster discount. Discount code RobMotive saves you $10. That's US dollars, Mark. $10 off of the Sprint Booster over at sprintboostersales.com. So if you want to get rid of the lag, make your Toyota Tacoma be what it should, get one. They're awesome. I love mine. We have discount code RobMotive10 for 10% off over at Tough Skins. I have an exciting new Tough Skins mod coming for the Jeep Gladiator. Was contacted by Tough Skins the other day about a new product that they have. By the way, they have signed or are affiliated somehow with Mopar now. I don't know the specifics, so there will be more Jeep stuff coming in the way of Tough Skins things if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But discount code RobMotive10 for them. And then discount code RobMotive for 5% off over at Sparks Parts. All kinds of Toyota parts and stuff. I'm going to be getting a couple of things for the new Tacoma I've decided to use. It's going to be great. We'll see if it makes any difference on the automatic these days. I don't know. Kind of hard to tell. So check those out. If you're interested in some stuff, there's also links down below for things and stuff that you may be interested in. Check those out. Let's get to moving. We have some comments here. Let me catch up for just a quick sec, and then I want to talk about some stuff. Let's see. Marcus Sadowski says, hey, Rob. Hey, Marcus. How you doing there, buddy? We have M. Jones giving the old thumbs up. By the way, if you haven't hit the like button, please do that. Helps out the channel, helps out the stream. Doesn't cost you guys anything other than the energy, I guess, that it takes to click that button. It looks like this, just like that. Just one time. That's all I need. M. Jones, like I said, he gave the thumbs up. Trinity, says, hey, Rob. Trinity, how are you? Let's see. Breeze Ride says, hello, Rob and Krista. She's lost some weight, so she's pretty thin right here. You may not be able to see her, and she'll probably be very, very quiet during the stream tonight. I'm just saying, just so you know. But she's right here, right here. Dennis R, triple thumbed up. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that. John Bailey says, hello, Rob and Krista. She says hello. Telepathically. I've gotten it. Chad Crenad says, howdy, Rob. What's up? Just hanging out, Chad, doing my thing. Justin Stevenson, he triple thumbed up. Thank you, Justin. Dennis R says, don't forget to like. That's right. Like I said, punch that thing just one time. Let's see. Kevin says, hello, Roberto. Hello, Kevin. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Breeze Ride says, wishing you and family very Merry Christmas. Back at you and everybody on here, of course. Trinity O gave the old thumbs up. Thank you. I keep hitting my hand on the vise. I have a vise. Well, I have a vise. No, I have a vise on my bench here, and I keep hitting it. It's rather painful because that thing is like steel, you know? Let's see. Sam Ocha. I think it's Ocha. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong. Hi from South Joyzy. How you doing there, Sam? Good to have you here. We're caught up. So let's talk about a couple of things. First of all, we're going to take a little tour. This is going to be a mobile live stream tonight. So I'm stepping away from the laptop. I'm bringing you guys with me because I want to talk about the WeatherTech window, vents, shades, whatever you want to call them, right here. I put them on. I did a video. There's a video out today. It's live on the channel. So if you want to see how they go in and all that, make sure you check that out. But there's a couple of things that I'm kind of up in the air about. Maybe enough to make me go back to AVS. I'm not sure. First of all, people have commented that, and I think this is just in-channel window shades in general. But because they're in the channel and they kind of push the window in a little bit, they would be pushing or pushing, depending on where you're from, the window in towards the inside. Now, if you have a tent, it's on the inside of the window, right? That means it's going to push that tent closer to this seal. That, people are saying, can cause damage to the tent. So I got to watch that. I don't want damage. This isn't specific to the WeatherTech, though. It would be any in channel. And I can say I didn't have any problem with that on my AVS. But there is another issue that I thought was going to go away. And now I'm not sure if it is. Let me show you. And that is the bulging of the trim. You notice this right here. You see how that's bulging out a little bit? That kind of worries me. I don't know if it's going to go back in or not, but it is bulging out. I thought it would settle a little bit. And it did do that when I put the trim or the piece here in. So I'm not so sure about that. Let's, oops. About knocked my mirror off there. That's golden. Let's go over and check the other side real quick because I'm curious if it's still bulging out like that as well. And hey, why not bring you guys with me so you can see? Yeah, over here it's gone back in. We don't have that problem. So I don't know if I need to take a trim piece or something maybe, and a trim removal tool or whatever, kind of slide it up and down on the other side a little bit. I already did that once, but maybe since they've been in there for a while, I need to hit it again just to settle that. So that kind of concerns me a little. I did not have that problem with the AVSs. They did not do that. But I will say on this truck, it does seem like the trim pieces themselves, the rubber pieces, are a little bit looser than they were on my other 6. Well, I shouldn't say that. On my other 2 Tacomas that I put the channels in. So I don't know. That worries me a little bit about the WeatherTechs. We shall see. Again, I don't think it's going to affect the tent any more than the AVSs did because they're both in-channel pieces. So leave a comment. Let me know while you're on here. I think I'm making a video. See, I got to realize I'm live. I might do something I shouldn't. Who knows? But leave a comment down here and let me know if you've experienced either of those things with your WeatherTechs if you have them, or whatever brand you have. Let's take a look at some more comments. Then I have something else. I want talking points. I have talking points this evening. I feel like I'm back in college. Oh, God. Heaven forbid. No way, man. Let's see. Now I got to see where I was. I think I left off on Sam. Philip Huggins says, hello, just hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Sam, or Philip, I appreciate that. Philip says, love the thumbnail. Yes, let's mention the thumbnail. You see, I gave away some channel stickers, similar to these, but not these, a little while back, and part of what I requested, you didn't have to do it, I mean, I can't make you do it, was to send a picture, if you were comfortable, of your truck with the channel sticker in the rear window, put in. And a few people have, and I decided that since I gave them away on the live stream is the place that I would show the trucks. So that picture was from Richard, I believe. I'm losing my memory. I believe it was from Richard. He actually has two. If you look close in the thumbnail, he has one on each side of his truck like I do. So Richard, I don't know if you're on here or if you'll see this later, but thank you very much again for doing that. I appreciate it. Obviously, I'm trying to get the word out about the channel, and it's an advertising opportunity for me and a way for you guys to support the channel if you want. And again, they're free. They didn't cost you anything. Plus, they look pretty cool. I like them. Let's see. Victor Garcia says, hey, Rob, how's it going? Victor, it's going well. How are you? Kevin, he retracted his message. It was up there for a minute, and then it went away. I don't know. He must have thought better of it. Let's talk about another talking point I have this evening. By the way, if you haven't hit the like button yet, we only have 13 of them. 13 likes and 34 people on here. I don't know. A couple more comments just rolled in, so let's hit those before I move on. Elizardo Rodriguez says, nice, enjoy your Christmas. I'll be doing lots of mods over the break. Wheels, rear bumper, TRD Pro grill. Wow, window visor, interior lights, overlays, remove the chin strap, and side steps. You're going to be busy, but that's going to be fun, man. Nothing like doing mods when you don't have to worry about going to work and you have the time. It's awesome. Wolfpack Studios. Howdy, Rob. I always use AVS brand for taillight covers and window visors. They've been pretty good for me. That's good. I never had any problems with mine either. I just don't dig putting adhesive in the window trim there, because I'm afraid if I ever took them off, I would have residue left over. You know, adhesive residue, the gummy stuff that would then cause me issues with the window going up against it. But otherwise, I really did like them. I thought they had a good profile, and I liked the way they fit in the windows. There's Kevin again. He's back. He said, I have had those same WeatherTechs for over a year now and no issues. Keep an eye on it. My trim isn't loose though. Yeah, really the only thing that bothers me is that trim. I don't like it pushing out like that. That's a little pet peeve kind of thing, I guess, that's bugging me right now. I don't know. Okay, next up, let's talk about, can you see it? No, you can't see it. We got to go mobile again. Here we go, sort of. The little trim, I'll call these color panels that I put on the Tacoma. I did a video about this, and you know, if you watch the videos, and frankly, I don't know why anybody wouldn't. I mean, what better free entertainment can you get? That's only like 8 or 9 minutes long, maybe 10 or 11. It depends on how winded I am that day, or maybe it's windy. But anyway, I put these on. I really dig it. I think they're cool. There's a good shot. Get some good light on them. We have the orange, of course, for the theme of the truck, the magnetic gray metallic, and then bronze to match the wheels. I've seen these on other trucks before. People typically, apparently there is a traditional Toyota color that people use for those. I didn't really dig that. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you like it, that's cool. But I wanted to personalize them even a little bit more. I got them from Taco Vinyl, I think it was. It's in the video. If you want more information on that, by the way, there is a video on the channel. You can find it. But I like them. It's pretty cool. And they just bolt on from the back. They're not permanent. You can take them off if you wanted. You can customize your own colors if you want from those folks. And I just think it looks pretty cool. So let's see. Let's move on. Dill's Place. Rob. First time I caught you live. Why Tacoma and not a Tundra? Now, Dill's Place. I have both. I have a Tacoma and a Tundra. So to answer your question, I have both. And welcome, by the way, to the live stream. Jimmy Pham says, hi. Hi, Jimmy. How you doing there, buddy? Ben Champion. Hey, Ben. How you doing there, buddy? Ben, by the way, if you don't know, Ben is the fella that was with me and Roger the day that I test drove the 2022 Lunar Tundra. So Ben is the guy that was there that day, if you're curious. Ben says, hey, Rob, I had the pleasure of riding in the first 2022... wait a minute. Hey, Rob, I had the pleasure of riding in the first 2022 Tundra that Bert Ogden got. Yes, I was there. I was with you. Say, can I have a sticker for my truck? Ben, you send me an email. to RobMotive@gmail.com, RobMotive@gmail.com, and I will hook you up. Ben was nice enough to let me put him in the video, so this is kind of my way of saying thank you, I guess. I don't know why I never thought of it before. I should have given you one when I was there. I don't know, but yeah, send me your address at RobMotive, that's RobMotive, you know, the channel name, @gmail.com, and I will send you one. Let's see. Elizardo Rodriguez says, Rob, I have the WeatherTech windows on 2 of my cars for over 4 years, and I don't have any issues. The only difference is they came with 3M tape 4 to 5 years ago. Yeah, I know. I had actually looked up some install videos before I put mine on, and I saw that they used to have adhesive on them. Now, I'm glad they got rid of it. I much prefer putting them on the way that they're on right now. And I don't know why they had adhesive before unless they changed the method that they go on. I mean, right now, they just go in the channel. That's it. No adhesive, no sticky stuff. You do have to put a couple of little brackets in the rears. They kind of snap in over those. It goes in the channel. It's not difficult to do. I understand why they're there. So I don't see any issue. I have had a couple people tell me that theirs came out, you know, that they fell out. I haven't had any issues with that myself. Of course, I haven't had them that long. And I have been on the freeway with them too, by the way, so they did get some extra wind. But I don't really see how they could possibly come out. I think they're in there pretty darn firmly. So, but that's good to know. I appreciate that. Edwin Alvarez. Hey, Rob, are you planning on changing those chrome headlights, maybe Alpha Rex? You know, I had thought about changing them. I was pretty hip on changing them. And then my buddy Ang, I don't know if you guys know Ang, he has a YouTube channel. He changed his to some that he got, I think it was off of Amazon or somewhere, and he had some troubles, broke some clips on the side of the fenders itself, scratched his truck, the lights didn't work. I mean, it was a nightmare. And I know you have to pull all kinds of stuff apart to do it. Will I do it? Yeah, I will do it eventually. Is it something that's high on my list? No, probably not, because they cost a fortune if you get good ones anyway. So I'll do it down the road probably, but it's nothing that I'm looking to do, you know, real quick. So Jimmy Pham says, good, very good. Ben Champion says, great, bud. You got it. Not a problem, man. Me 900 says, hey, Rob, it's time to get the C4 hybrid bumper. Is that the bumper that just goes over this area right here? I always forget. I think that's the bumper with the little bar that goes over here. I do like that, but I've got to be honest. If I'm going to do a bumper on the truck, I'm going to do a bumper that involves cutting, unfortunately. The fenders and the inner fender. I don't know why. If I'm going to go to the trouble of doing that, it's going to be the full Monty. You know what I mean? But I do like that one if that's the one that you're talking about. Let's see. Where was I? Dill's Place says, holy my goodness. Didn't know you had both. Which one do you like better? Ah, yes, the proverbial question. And I'll give you the proverbial answer. It's like asking me which one of my children I like better. I like them equally. But they have different needs. I mean, in tight spaces, the Tacoma. On long distance trips, the Tundra, which is outside, by the way. When I need a lot of room, the Tundra. When I want to go out and kick around, maybe both. They're both fun to drive. The Tacoma with the Sprint booster in it is actually fun to drive. I don't know how anybody has one that doesn't have the Sprint booster in it. To get rid of throttle lag, man, it's a bummer. Ugh. And I have lots of videos talking about Sprint booster on the channel. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, just search RobMotive Sprint booster. You'll have about an hour's worth maybe of viewing pleasure. Let's see. Kevin says, by the way, nice move on getting the magnetic gray metallic, same as mine. Do you miss the voodoo blue color ever? You know, it's interesting that you asked that question. At first I did. I really like the voodoo blue, and I still do like it. However, I've discovered that I like this better. I like it better because it's not as in your face, and it has like dimension to it. You know, I like the way it shines in bright sunlight when it's clean. It has a very unique look. I mean, Voodoo Blue is just in your face Voodoo Blue. You can't mistake it. But this is good. And when I want to be incognito, you know, I'm not driving down the street in a Beacon, which is what the Voodoo Blue is, right? I mean, when you're in that Voodoo Blue truck, everybody sees you because it's very profound, you know. Let's see. Wolfpack Studios. With those window visors going into the window channels, does it affect the auto up switch? No, but you are supposed to leave them up for 12 hours, I think it is, so that they kind of conform in there, and that's why. And if it does affect the switch, you just kind of work them, reposition them a little. It hasn't affected mine at all. It never did. Would it burn up the motor because they take up space in the channel and the automatic switch wants to keep going? No, I wouldn't say so. Now, I should back up a minute. I don't have automatic windows in the SR5, so a kind of misleading statement there. I hold the button down, the switch down. But if it were to impact something, the window would stop. I think it even goes back down some, if not all the way, I'm not sure. I have not had that problem. Although in the other truck I had, the Voodoo Blue, I had the AVSs, it didn't impact that at all, and I had auto up windows there. So to answer your question, if they're installed properly and you follow the directions, the answer is no. Me 900 says, yes, I'm talking about the full length bumper that requires cutting. Then I'm not exactly familiar with that one specifically, so I can't comment. Elizardo says, Rob, what are your thoughts on Diamondback tonneau cover? I'm thinking to get one. I think they're very expensive. I think they're secure. If you like it, go for it. If you've got the cash and you want to spend it on that, hey, it's your money. Do what you want. Nothing wrong with them. Quality product. Never really heard anything bad about them. I just wouldn't spend the money on them. I would go with backflip, hard tonneau cover. That's what I have on the Tundra. I like it, and it's a lot less money than the Diamondback. So, but nothing wrong with them. If you want to spend the money and you like them, hey, go for it. Having myself a little bit of Gatorade Cool Blue this evening. Not sponsored. Let's move on here. Me 900 says, I definitely like the MGM. Thank the Voodoo Blue. I'm not sure if you mean better than the Voodoo Blue. And don't get me wrong, I'm not dogging the Voodoo Blue. I really did like that truck. That's why I spec'd it out when I bought it. John Healy, how many color options did you have for your Tacoma? Was MGM your first choice? No, white. I was going to get white. It sold while I was standing there. And then I thought about red, but I had red before, Barcelona red. They had black, silver, and magnetic gray metallic. So thank goodness they had magnetic gray metallic because I didn't really want any of the others. I wouldn't have gotten black. I would have gotten red, although I already had it, if I wouldn't have had the choice of the magnetic gray metallic. It was not my first choice. I wanted white. And I only wanted white because there just happened to be one there sitting in the showroom, you know, in the delivery area. It had sold. And it had the black wheels like mine did. I think it did. I don't know, but I liked it. It looked good. And I thought, I can do a Stormtrooper kind of thing with this. I've never done that before. So that was my plan. But I couldn't get it. It was gone. So Dill's Place, a lift on a Tundra, yes or no, and how much? Yes, 2.1. I would only go with the 2.1 unless you really want to go nuts, and then, hey, whatever you want, baby. I mean, you know. But I've had a 2.1 on a Tundra before. Probably would do that again just to avoid problems and issues. You know, the higher you go, the more problems and issues you're going to have. It's just the way it is. Let's see. Scott Williams, Talking Point. A long time ago, you mentioned problems with the radios in Tacomas. If you remember, can you elaborate? No, I don't remember that. I have had problems with radios in Gladiators, Jeeps, but I don't recall ever having a problem with a radio in a Tacoma. I don't recall that. Doesn't mean I didn't say it if I did, but I don't recall that. So no, I can't elaborate because I don't remember saying that. El Splendor. Hello, Rob. Do you miss the LEDs on the Voodoo Blue Tacoma? No, I do not. I will not. I shouldn't say I will not. I might put a colored LED maybe in the dome light or something in the new Tacoma. I don't miss the LED headlights because I just don't drive that much at night. So it's really neither here nor there for me. I definitely like halogens better on the inside for the mirrors and the two center lights because frankly, the LEDs are blinding. When you have those in the mirrors and you pop the mirror open and it's dark, it's blinding. So I wouldn't put those in. The halogens are much better from that perspective, I think. Let's see. Elizardo, a triple thumbs up. Thank you very much. And by the way, we have 45 people on here and only 16 likes. I mean, I don't know. Does your bed get wet with the backflip tonneau? Yeah, it does. And it does because I have not put the tubes in for the drain hoses to drain through the bulkhead of the bed. If you watch my install video, there's an install video over at RobMotive FST about installing that. There are 2 hoses you're supposed to put on, which I will be doing. I just haven't yet. So the water drains somewhat into the bed. It's not horrible, but it's there. But that's my fault. It's not the fault of the backflip cover. Me900 says, this is a Tacoma channel, but I like your JL and the taco. It is primarily, I mean, the channel's RobMotive. It's not RobMotive Tacoma. It's not Tacoma RobMotive. I have chosen to put mostly all Tacoma stuff on the channel. There is other stuff. If you look at my playlist, there's some interesting stuff there, and they are definitely not Tacomas. But I appreciate that, and check out the other channels, you know, RobMotive JT and RobMotive FST, the Tundra and the Tacoma, or the Jeep Gladiator. Let's see. Scott Williams, laughing out loud, baby. Dill's Place says, what do you think about the bed rugs over the spray-in liners in the Tundras? I would go with a bed mat. I would not go with a bed rug if it were me, for my truck. I have a bed mat in both mine. The Tacoma has like an OEM style, and the Tundra has actually a horse stall mat, 3/4 inches thick, weighs a ton, in the Tundra for, you know, to keep things from bouncing around and stuff and to protect the bed a little bit, because I still do have a metal bed in my Tundra. But I think they're great. I would never not have one. And you have to have one in the composite bed. I mean, it's so slippery. It's like ice in there without one. I mean, stuff just flies everywhere. I did a video on this channel about that once too. I put a cooler in there with some stuff in it, and then I drove around and the cooler and the stuff was everywhere. Let's see. Screaming, who is this? Screaming Skull Saloon. Screaming Skull Saloon. Are you a tavern? Are you a tattoo place? What does that mean? 17th thumbs up. Yep, we're up to 23 thumbs ups now. That's awesome, and thank you. Me says like, awesome. Elizardo's kind of laughing, kind of weird. I'll check it out, thanks. Awesome. M. Jones says, only thing I remember you doing on your radio is the knobs. Yeah, that's it. I changed the knobs. It wasn't that there was anything wrong with the radio per se. I mean, the knobs are a little small. I don't know if that's what he's referring to or not, but, and Mark, by the way, has been with me on this channel for a very long time. So Mark would know. I'm sure his memory is better than mine. Plus he's Canadian. So what more do you need to say, right? Walter, hey Rob, currently on winter break, so I won't be missing any lives. Awesome. I appreciate that, Walter. Thank you very much. Jimmy Pham, triple thumbed up. Thank you, Jimmy. Philip Huggins says, how's Mrs. Green Beans? She didn't want to be on tonight. She didn't feel like it. I don't know. That's what she said. So I guess she's all right. I just didn't feel like it. Got better things to do. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Let's talk about something else. I have 2 more talking points left. 2 more. Connected service fees. It's coming. It's already there with the Toyota Tundra, and it's coming to the Toyota Tacoma. What I'm talking about are charges for service fees that you may have for free right now, like remote start. Did you know? Well, of course you knew, because I'm sure everyone on here watches all my channels and all my videos. So I'm sure you know that Toyota is now going to be charging after the 1-year free trial for remote start. Whereas before you could do it with your key fob. Can't do it with your key fob anymore. Got to pay for connected services, $96 a year, so that you can push a button and start your truck. I'm just saying, it's coming to the Tacoma. You know it is on the next round, or maybe even before that. I will bet you that if Toyota finds that it's a moneymaker for them, and maybe even not, they will start to include that on the Tacoma before the redesign that's upcoming. What do you guys think of that? I don't know. Scott Williams says, no, works above 80 degrees, never works below 60. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Jimmy Pham says, you're welcome. Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks again, buddy. Walter says, Lil C must be drinking coffee. She's always drinking coffee. You know, I'm surprised she doesn't have one of those hats that sits on her head with a coffee holder and a straw. Excuse me. I'm surprised she doesn't, you know. Dill's Place says, Toyota is killing me. Remote start? What the fudge? I know. That's what's happening with the Tundra. They're giving a 1-year free trial. And after that, if you want to keep remote start, you get to pay $8 per month or $96 per year for it. What? And you know people are going to do it, because once they're hooked, they're hooked. They like it. They're going to do it. That is pure profit for Toyota. I mean, it's free 21 and back, right? I don't know. It's crazy, man. Scott Williams says, the radio. Okay, he said, no, works above 80, never works below 60. No, I've never experienced that. I've never heard of that either. So, I don't know. Jimmy Pham says, no problemo, baby. Screaming Skulls Saloon says, they're pushing the app remote start thing hard. Oh, I bet. I mean, it's free money. Be like me getting on here and saying, all right, here's what I'm going to start doing. If you leave a comment and you want me to answer it, I need you to super chat me $5. You super chat me $5, I'll respond to your comment. Used to be free. Didn't used to charge anything, but I've decided I'm worth it. I want to make more money. So it's going to cost you $5. I mean, what's the difference, right? It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. Scott says the radio, I got you. Let's see. Having a remote start put in my 2019 TRD off-road next week. I live in Minnesota, so I need it during the winter. Yeah, I bet. It gets nasty up there. It was 49 degrees, I think, here this morning. And I was frozen. You notice I'm wearing a coat right now. It's about 65 degrees in here, something like that. No, it's pushing 70 in here right now, and I'm standing here with a long sleeve shirt and a coat. I don't know. Kevin says remote start is another way for Toyota to nickel and dime you to death. Well, absolutely. But the problem is people are going to pay for it. So you have no choice. Because there are people out there who will go, what's $8 a month? It's no big deal. But it's the idea of it that's the problem, not the cost. I mean, don't drink a Starbucks coffee one day and you've paid for the whole month, you know? But it's the idea of it, you know, just more. You already pay a fortune for the truck anyway. And now you got to pay extra money just to keep a service that you used to have for free. I don't know. Let's see. Mark says, not a fan of connected services. It's my truck. Don't want anyone else in control of it. Just my choice. Well, in that case, it is your choice because you don't have to do it, right? Elizardo, he's laughing his arse off sideways. I'm just saying. Automan Dan says, hey guys. Hey Dan, how you doing there, buddy? Dan Gertz says, do you have a supplier for the replacement radio knobs? Try Taco Garage, I think it is. If not, there are many places. I've gotten a pair off of Etsy before, but I think Taco Garage had or has them. But there are a lot of people that have them. I mean, they're everywhere. If you just search it, you'll be able to get a list of people. Dill's Place says, long sleeve and a coat and a beautiful man rug on full display. That's right. That's right. Wolfpack Studios, factory Toyota key fob remote starts are junk anyway. The app is better. You can start the truck from anywhere. Yeah, but you're going to have to pay $8 a month to do it. I don't know. I'd rather just have my key and walk up and, or push the button or put the key in, Wolfpack Studio says you can start it from anywhere. Yes, I know. Wolfpack says mess that up. I get you. Now I have one more little talking point I'd like to talk about, if you'll bear with me here. The electric Toyota truck. Now, something I find hilarious about this, as soon as the pictures went out, and probably for views, we all do it, all the YouTubers do it, they called it the new electric Tacoma because it's Tacoma-esque. Well, it's Tundra-esque too, but the Tacoma gets the most attention because it's number one. So we all call it, I'm guilty, we all call it the electric Tacoma. I love the look of it. I think it looks awesome. I'm really hoping that the redesigned Tacoma looks just like that. I think that would be awesome. As far as the electric part of it, I would use one around town where if, I ran out of juice, I wouldn't be 500 miles away from my house. The infrastructure's not there. You can't jump in an electric Tacoma and head cross country and hope that you're going to be okay. You certainly can't go on some deep woods excursion, spend days and days there and hope that it's going to last. There's no way to charge it unless you go to a station. Would be cool if it had some sort of solar charging. That would be neat, at least to get you out of trouble. But there is nothing like that I'm aware of yet. Who knows? Maybe Toyota will surprise us with that. But given the lackluster surprise of the new Tundra, I'm thinking that's probably not going to happen. So what do you guys think of it? Would you buy an electric Tacoma now? I'd be curious. Let's see. Let me catch up on some comments here. Screaming Skull Saloon. Toyota charges you $20 to install an exhaust tip. I installed mine in less than a minute using one tool. Oh, for sure. But, for me, it's kind of I understand, I don't like it kind of relationship. I understand they're a business and they're in it to make money. Another example, I'll use the super chat. If everybody started throwing, $50 at me right now, I wouldn't complain. But I don't expect it to happen. It'd be cool if it did. Same thing with Toyota. That yours is a good example. $20 to do that is ridiculous. But hey, if somebody wants to throw $20 at us to turn a screw, we'll take it. I don't know. Mumphy. Hey, Mumphy, how you doing there, buddy? Been longer than a year and my key fob still remote starts the truck. Well, that's because you have the old RF style, you see. Toyota has changed the key fob to 3G. Now, that means you don't have a radio frequency, so it's not going to work like that anymore. You have to have the app. So you can start it with the app, not with the key fob. Yours will never stop working unless you damage your key or the unit in the truck goes out, no matter what Toyota does. So it won't change. Dill's Place says, fact, baby, fact. Walter says, the new electric Tacoma won't need any taco sauce anymore. That's true. Automan Dan, so Rob, I heard the new 2022 Toyota Tundra is already having issues. Pick up an SU, bought one of the first ones in the country. It was having a lock issue, S. I have heard of two problems. I have heard of the locking problem and I've heard of a radio problem. I don't know. I've been saying that a lot tonight. I don't know. Jimmy Pham, Tundra electric trucks would be awesome, but Toyota says no, it's too heavy. It probably is too heavy. But how's Ford doing it? Mumphy, the styling of the Toyota e-truck does look good, but it would be more of a city truck than anything else. I agree, 100%. Which I think is true of any electric truck, maybe even vehicle. I know 300, 400, 500 mile range, whatever. But do you really want to find out? Do you want to be driving through, I don't know, Montana, Kansas, Texas, out in the middle of nowhere, and you run out of juice? And then even if you get a tow, where are they going to tow you to? Where are you going to charge it? You going to go to the corner Piggly Wiggly? Do you think they're going to have a charger there? I kind of doubt it. So while I think it's a great novelty, a great toy, be fun to play with, be nice to have that awesome 0 to 60 pickup power, you know, but man, I just don't see it being realistic for, wow, maybe a decade, maybe more. I mean, the infrastructure has to catch up. That's the problem. That's the big issue with it, I guess, along with range. I mean, I think, you know, not even range really. It's more about recharge time, you know, because range wise, I mean, it's not far off from what a gas tank will take you, right? But you don't have to sit at the gas station for an hour and a half charging it, you know, or even an hour. And that's assuming that when you pull up, there aren't 10 other cars ahead of you. Could you imagine? You know, you find a charging station. It takes an hour to charge. Pick a number. It takes an hour to charge. So you pull up there and there's 3 cars ahead of you and then one that's currently charging. So you're looking at 3 hours plus whatever the guy that's currently charging has left, let's say half an hour, 3.5 hours before you pull up. And then once you pull up, you got another hour. So 4.5 hours, I mean, and you're on a cross-country trip. I mean, it's ignorant. It's not realistic for long distance driving. Driving around town or maybe to work and back, if you don't live that far from where you work, you go to work, you drive home, you plug it in at night, the next morning it's fully charged. Not a big deal. That's the perfect scenario, I think. So who knows? Jimmy Pham is, he's laughing all over the place at Walter. I don't know, just thinks Walter is hilarious. Jimmy Pham says, I don't know why Ford did it. They're doing it. I don't know. Dill's Place says, Rob, can't remember. Have you done the AMP research running boards? And if so, would you recommend? No, I have not. No, I would not. Way too expensive. Don't trust the electrics to hold up. And if I lived in an area, a climate where I had snow and ice, I would be concerned that they would freeze up. You know, ice, once it gets under there, and of course that's an area that's going to get it all caked on, and they won't work. There's no way they can work once they're solid frozen under there, you know? So no, I wouldn't do them. I think they're a neat novelty, maybe good for people who live in warm climates like I do, but otherwise, nah, I wouldn't do it. Not for the money either. Automan Dan says, if the government has their way, we'll be driving electric vehicles in the next 2 years. Good luck with that. Don't know. Wolfpack Studio says, I'll get an electric Tacoma and build a bed cover for the solar panels. I've got this mastered. It can't be that easy because if it was, they being the manufacturers would be doing that already. I think the weight that the solar panels would add would probably eat up the juice that they would generate. So the payoff would not equal the expense. I doubt. Dill's Place says, thanks, New England. Walter says, have you ever been to Canada? Yes, I have. I've been to Toronto 2 or 3 times. That's where I met my wife. I went to visit her in Canada 2 or 3 times, I think. Spent a few days there each time. So yeah, I've been to Canada. Awesome. Toronto reminded me of what I expect New York, a mini New York would be. Lots of lights, weird stoplights. I mean, they were like turned sideways or on the side of the road or something. They're weird. And then the speed limit signs were all wrong. They were all wrong. They had some kind of metric. I don't know. It was like metric system, you know, like 75 kilos. I thought that was illegal per hour. I don't know. I didn't even understand it. I had to look at an inner ring on my speedometer to match their weird speed signs. It was very odd, very odd. Jimmy Pham says, I saw pictures of the electric Toyota Tacoma Concept Tundra, not even here. That's strange. So what you're saying is they have concept pictures, actually a mock-up of it, a built truck it looks like, but no Tundra. Tundras are out. They're building 200 a day. You should see them everywhere. I know they're all over the country now. So, Walter says, has Little C ever thrown a snowball at you? I'm sure she has. We lived in Ohio, and there was plenty of snow there. She even, when she was coming to visit me once when she lived in Toronto, got snowed in from a blizzard. So, yeah, I know all about snow. I grew up in Ohio. I've only been out of snow for 3 years, so I know all about snow. Let's see. Jimmy Pham says, Walter, taking the taco sauce on the Tacoma, that's why I laugh. Okay, I got you. I got you. You said talking. See, taking, talking, you know, an L. What's an L between friends? I don't know. Anyway, we've caught up on the comments. I'm starving. I'm going to go get myself something to eat for dinner. Jimmy Pham says, I'm talking about electric Toyota Tundra. Oh, I got you. Who knows? I'm going to go get myself some dinner. I want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thanks for being a part of the channel. I really do appreciate it. New things coming in 2022. Going to be some changes. Going to continue on with the new Tacoma, which I love, by the way. Again, check out the other channels, RobMotive JT, RobMotive FST, which is going to be changing. Stay tuned for that. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys next time on the web.